Hello chess fans, today I want to show you the game between Nakamura and Aronya. This is the first tiebreak game from the Grand Prix in Berlin. And you see this game is not finished yet, but I want to analyze it from now, and we will see maybe we have a result at the end of my video. Okay, Nakamura with white pieces and Levon Aronian with the black pieces. We have e4, e5, the Roy Lopez. And we have an anti-Marshall. Nakamura played the move h3. After, for example, move c3 instead of h3, then black can play d5 and we have the Marshall system. But Nakamura decided to play h3, he goes for an anti-Marshall. Bishop b7, developing his pieces, d3, now d5. Now it's nearly the same as a Marshall, but with some slightly differences. White took on d5, knight takes back on d5, and we have a4. Now the move knight goes to d4. And now if you see this variation, the following variation for the first time, it looked a little bit strange. Yeah? Also for me it looked a little bit strange, but if you check everything with engines and computers, this is of course possible to play, and but for a human, and if you see it for the first time, it looked a little bit strange. Okay, now the move knight goes to d2, and you doesn't care about your nice bishop on b3. Looks in first thing a little bit strange, but everything is fine. Now black has the bishop pair, but he will lose this pawn, and later sometimes white have the possibility to go with his knight on a4 or on the square c5, a5 or c5. Now the move knight goes to b4. Now Nakamura take this pawn, queen d5, and the next move looks also a little bit strange, but the more I see this move, I like it. It's the move f3. Of course, the threat was a simple checkmate on g2, and you have to predict it. And with this move on f3, also this diagonal, the bishop is not so more active now. Yeah, also I like this move f3. Okay, let's look to the game. Bishop d6. Now he asks about this knight on e5. d4. He protect the knight on e5. Rook a e8. Took on b5, and now we have an open a file. Bishop d2. And here I think he made a slightly mistake. He played the move, he goes back with the knight on c6. And you see it here on the evaluation part, the engine don't like this move. The engine said better is the move bishop c8 with the idea to play f6. And here is no more knight d7 possible. Okay, let's go back to Levon's move. He played the move knight c6. And here Nakamura played the move bishop f4. Looks good. Now he is clearly a pawn up, but black have the bishop pair. But this position should be a little bit better for white. King h8. What is the idea from king h8? The idea is, I think, give me a second. Yeah, the idea is black wants, if white makes nothing, the idea is that black can make the move f6. Now white can take on c6. Or I make just any move to illustrate this variation. f6, knight takes on c6, bishop takes on f4, and now white have to move knight e7 check, and you are in exchange up. And if there is no check on e7, then it's no problem. This is the idea for move king h8. Bishop h2. Also this move the engine don't like so much. He said better is queen d2. Makes sense as well that the rooks are connected and you stabilize everything and you are simple a pawn up. Bishop h2 takes on e5. Now we are going into an endgame. And okay, one thing I explain you, if white would take on d5, it's important that black don't take back the queen when he lose the bishop. But he can make the intermediate move, he give a check, and then take the queen, and everything is fine, and the position is around equal. Okay. Nakamura took on e5, rook takes e5. Now we are going into an endgame. This position is slightly better for white. And yeah, queen comes to g5, but now queen c5. And here you see, you ask the rook on f8 and the queen on g5. And yeah, more or less he have to go into this endgame after queen takes c5. Now we are in this endgame, and it's a little bit better for white. Because of what? White is on the a file, and this knight on c5 dominates a little bit this bishop on b7. Bishop d5, rook goes to a7, c6, knight goes back to d3. Maybe here you can also think about king f2 to bring the king into the game. Okay, g6. It's around equal. Okay, but now he had the possibility to take this pawn. Okay, now he is in pawn up, and we are in a rook endgame. Rook d8. You see the evaluation bar prefers very much white, and we see to the next moves. Okay, this move the engine bar don't like. Okay, I can tell you why. The engine like to play b4 to fix this pawn on b5, and the problem with this move g4 is that after rook d2 you can't mobilize your king, yeah, because the black rook is on the second rank, and that's the problem with this move. h4, h5, takes on h5. Now he goes for b4. It's around equal, and I also would think that Levon would play now the move rook d4. And my guess, it will be a draw, but we will see. This game is still not over, and but I think it will be a draw. If it is a draw, or even if Nakamura would win, we have a second game, and we see what will happen in the second game. Okay, see you, bye.